Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been so long since the last time I filmed a video, so I really apologize for that, but it has been a crazy couple of weeks as far as like just my life and like things are going on, and yeah, I will update you at the end, so stay tuned for that because there's a big update coming at the end of the video. So today's video is going to be my 28 through 30 week bump date because right now I'm actually 29 and 5 days pregnant, but by the time you see this I will be 30 weeks pregnant. So I'm going to be telling you guys everything that I've been feeling since 28 weeks, like so exactly 28 weeks till 30 weeks. So if you've been watching my bump dates or if you've seen any of my other bump dates, you know that I do bump dates at the exact day mark. So when I turn 28 weeks, I do a 28 week bump date because that's just how I've been doing it. So that's kind of how this is going to go. So it's technically like all of week 27, all of week 28, all of week 29, if that makes any sense. So anyway, let's get started. So at 28 weeks, I was feeling tired. So if you count 28 weeks as the start of your third trimester, then this was the start. But I counted it at 27 weeks because that's when I kind of felt a shift in symptoms. So 28 weeks, I started to feel very tired, like I needed a nap, and that never went away. So that was very consistent throughout these couple of weeks. I also started to experience severe rib pain. So just on this side, just on the right side, and then right in the middle, like kind of like at the bottom of my sternum, I felt things were shifting and just very uncomfortable. But I actually discovered a stretch that I've been doing every day that has helped tremendously with that. So that whole situation is kind of better. She is so annoying. I also at 28 weeks noticed that my back was starting to hurt like pretty bad. Like I would be up and walking around for a while and like running errands or whatever I was doing that day, and I noticed that my back was hurting super bad, like right at the bottom, and I also am getting sciatica pain. I don't know, whatever. That nerve that's like in your lower back that goes down your leg is starting to hurt. Also, at between 27 and a half to 28 weeks, I started to get very nauseous again. So I would even count it as my morning sickness came back. It was really bad, and the only thing that I noticed a difference that I did was I stopped taking that maintenance med like completely. I stopped taking it around, I want to say like 24 weeks, but it didn't. The nausea came back full swing at like 27 and a half, 28 weeks. So I would wake up feeling okay, and then at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I literally had to lay down because I thought I was going to be sick. Like I was so nauseous. But I went to my doctor. I did see my doctor at 28 weeks and 5 days, and she put me back on the maintenance med, which has been a lifesaver. I can't even tell you how much this medication helps. It is it's pretty much just vitamins and doxylamine, if you know what if you're pregnant or you know anything about like the stuff that you should take to help morning sickness. So it's not a very harsh medication, but it helps so much. So thank God that is taken care of, because that was getting way in the way, and I was starting to actually feel depressed again because I was nervous. Do you see that? She's trying to eat the food. Excuse me. It was starting to get in the way of my everyday life. Go lay down. And then finally at 28 weeks, I started to have to pee so much more. So I am now up several times in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. And yeah, it's annoying, but it's not the worst symptom, to be totally honest. It's just really not that bad. I'm sure it'll get annoying as I get further along, but for now, it's not terrible. My dog doesn't have any water. Crap. Alright, well, I'll fill up her water bowl after this video. So, now we're moving on to 29 weeks. So, this is my 29-week bump date. At 29 weeks, I started to experience leg cramps. Like, really bad, where I would have to call Brendan into the room, like, please come rub my leg because it hurts so bad. And I wouldn't even be able to put pressure on it until I, like, rubbed out that muscle. It was very, very painful. Also, at 29 weeks, I started to experience pelvic pressure. So, like, that pain and, like, just discomfort from, like, the baby sitting on my pelvis so heavily. And then I also wrote that I was experiencing lower back pain, so that all kind of continued. Also, at 29 weeks, my boobs are started to leak. Not a crazy amount, and it's definitely just colostrum because it's just, like, yellow, but yeah, so my boobs are leaking, so that's fun. Also at 29 weeks, I started to experience round ligament pain again. So I haven't really experienced that since, like, the middle of my second trimester, but at 29 weeks, I was experiencing that round ligament pain. I also start to experience those painful kicks. So when she kicks, sometimes, like, I, like, literally have to, like, stop for a second, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing in there? Because they take my breath away for a second. Like, they actually hurt, genuinely hurt, for a few seconds. I also put that my lightning crotch was back. So if you guys don't know anything about that, it is basically when the baby lays on a nerve. I mentioned this in a previous bump date, but if you didn't watch that bump date, then I'll just kind of fill you in again. It's like it literally feels like a bolt of lightning is hitting you right in your lady part. So it is very painful, and, like, it bends me over sometimes. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I need to just not do anything for, like, 30 seconds, and then it goes away. So that came at 29 weeks. Also at 29 weeks, and this was probably the biggest thing that I would say is a symptom at this point, is I am so getting that urge to nest. I am, it's gotten worse, so that's the thing. But it is so bad to the point where if I showed you my notebook right now, it's just lists of everything. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm actually going to be filming, after this video, my birth plan video. So, make sure you go watch that if you haven't yet, because I believe it's going to go up before this video. But, yes, so I'm going to be filming what I have as far as my birth plan and kind of how I set it up. Yeah, so that nesting urge came so strong that it would wake me up at like 6 in the morning, and I would be sitting up in bed like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, and then I'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and start organizing the room and start organizing, you know, everything. So I'm going to explain what we're doing as far as a nursery in a later video, but yeah, so I'm starting to get all of those things, and I'm starting to just kind of get organized so that I can just kind of check off as I go. And that, I think, is pretty much it. The anxiety that I wrote down kind of goes with that nesting urge. Like, I just felt very anxious. I felt like I wasn't getting anything done, and like there was so much that needs to get done, even though it really, like, there wasn't a whole lot that needed to get done, or that I even could do yet, because I haven't had my baby shower yet. So I'm kind of waiting until that to set everything up, and I really shouldn't do that because I'm not having my baby shower until next month, and I think I'll be like 34, 35 weeks pregnant, so I know I shouldn't wait, but we are. And yeah, so I also want to just say, because I did go to the doctor, I want to talk about weight gain and how everything's measuring. So I have so far at almost 30 weeks gained 16 pounds. So my doctor's not worried about it. I feel like that's a lot of weight, but like people are telling me no, it's not. Like it's not a lot. Like some people have gained 30 pounds by this point. So I'm just hoping that I don't go over that 30-pound threshold, like that 30-pound limit that they kind of want you to stay underneath. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Oh, the heartburn and acid reflux, still a thing, but I'm going to talk about that more in a second when I tell you guys about my 30-week bump date. So, yeah, all this flipping is all the lists that I have. All the to get done before baby comes and my birth plan and just everything like that. It's all being written down and it's crazy. So, now we're on to 30 weeks, which is where I'm currently at right now. Or will be when you guys watch this video, but I don't think much is going to change in the next day. So, 30-week bump date. Let's go. This past week, I have known or noticed that I have to constantly eat. So, if I don't eat, I feel so sick. Like, to the point where I could faint. Like, it is so crazy how in 1 week, I have to eat so much more food than I've been having to eat. It's a lot, believe me. But when I do eat, I can't eat as much because I get full so quickly and then I'm uncomfortable and then she's in my ribs and then she's moving around and it's painful and it's like, oh, it's just a lot. Also, I have noticed a ton of baby hiccups. So it's very cute, but it can be kind of irritating. Love her so much, but it can be kind of irritating, especially when I'm trying to fall asleep and she gets the hiccups. So my dog is trying to get me to play with her food with her. She literally handed me a piece of food and is trying to get me to play with her. Here. I wrote down pelvic pressure and lower back pain. The back pain is getting more consistent. So I'm noticing it when I wake up in the morning, not just when I'm like walking around. So that's the thing. Be heartburn and acid reflux. So this has gotten worse because now it's after everything I eat. At first it was like only at night and now it's like after everything. So that's gotten a lot worse. I notice I'm a lot more thirsty. And I am having a ton of insomnia. So I don't feel like I've been getting like a decent night's sleep. And I haven't gotten a decent night's sleep in so long. And it's not even like I'm tossing and turning or uncomfortable. It's just that I'm not going into a deep sleep. Like everything wakes me up. Everything. So it's very annoying. Because I'm just not getting good sleep at all until like 10 a.m. and then I sleep for an hour at 10 a.m. when I need to be awake. But yeah. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed. I just had to help her for a second. So anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Pregnancy brain is a real thing, just letting you know. So anyway, I guess I will just quickly update you guys about how big Ashlyn is now. So Ashlyn, I feel like, okay, it's a little bit better. Ashlyn is the size of a cabbage. I don't exactly know what that means, but whatever. She's about 15 inches long, which is insane. She's so big. And about 3.5 pounds, and my doctor said she's measuring right on target. So she's not too big, she's not too little. I'm assuming she's probably going to be about average in her like size. So she's probably going to be about me, like how big I was when I was born. And that's kind of what I'm assuming is going to happen. So yes, this was my 28, 29, and 30 week bump date. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will show you my bump, and then I'm going to give you guys a special announcement that will be coming later this week. So here's my bump, and then wait for that announcement. So, here is the just about 30-week bump. Definitely a lot rounder, I think, this week. Show you from the front. My line got darker. Yeah, definitely a lot rounder this week. Hi, BB. She's so cozy in there, getting big. So yeah, that was my bump. So now the big announcement is Brennan and I are going to be getting married on Saturday. So that will for sure be filmed. I do have my dress. I do have what he's going to wear. So that will for sure be filmed. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss our wedding. I'm so excited. I can't wait to finally be his wife and for him to finally be my husband. It's going to be a beautiful day, and I'm so excited. So, like I said, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video, because it'll be coming out probably the beginning of next week. I also have a ton of other videos that are going to be coming out soon. I really apologize for this gap in uploads, but don't fret, because lots of really fun content is coming. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!